Alright, what's up guys? Brand new Blue Eyes deck profile today. I know you guys love the Blue Eyes deck profiles. It's probably the most popular profiles on the channel. I'm actually planning to do quite a few Blue Eyes deck profiles, quite a few test hands and combo videos. Just let me know what kind of variants you want to see down below, if you want certain ones remade. But definitely if you want to see combos for this deck that I'm about to show you, spam it down below and I will do that. But to start the deck profile, we play 3 copies, and I'm tired of people one-upping me. 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Gotta go over the top. 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. I don't think I'm ever gonna play less than 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon in any Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. This is like a must-have. You search him multiple times. You can shuffle him back with Saryuja. Every Blue Eyes is a free draw. Every Blue Eyes is a free summon. Every Blue Eyes is a free alternative. It's like amazing. It's one of the better boss monsters in the game. It's probably the best of the 3. Like Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and Blue Eyes. Out of those 3, it's probably the best out of all of them, stat-wise, without a doubt. But in terms of deck-wise, it probably is too. But let's zoom in now to continue the regular deck profile here. We play 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. We don't have to play 3 anymore. Number 1, it's searchable through multiple different things. It's searchable through Seifert. It's searchable through Melody of Awakening Dragon, and it's searchable through Chaos Space. And unfortunately, the summon is once per turn. So it is good to open this. Don't get me wrong, it is. But there's just absolutely no reason to play 3 anymore. It sucks. I wish they would give us a similar monster that we can search with Melody, or obviously the other cards that I listed. Something similar to Alternative Eyes. That doesn't have to be Alternative Eyes, but unfortunately that just doesn't exist right now. So we play 2 of that. Play 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue. Sage I've worked actually back into the deck. This deck kind of focuses around summoning Needle Fiber and building some advantage on that. So you can summon the Sage, search a stone, and then on top of that you can actually send its second effect is actually not that bad, because sometimes, since we are going into the Guard Dragons, sometimes you'll go into the Guard Dragons, you know who they are, the Guard Dragons, and you'll accidentally lock yourself out. Sage can actually get you out of the Guard Dragons, because you can send a Guard Dragon to the graveyard and then special summon a Blue Eyes to the field. So it's actually kind of useful in that regard. And then just in general, sometimes, the great thing about Blue Eyes is sometimes it creates so much advantage that you actually have cards in your hand you don't even know what to do with. Like, they're not that you don't know what to do with, but they're dead cards. So Sage, you could just pitch a Sage and, basically transition anything into a level 8, and you can go into XYZ plays or Blue Eye Synchro plays. So we've got 3 copies of that. We play 2 copies of the White Stone of Ancients. The White Stone of Legend. This one is very important because it has a mandatory effect to always search Blue Eyes. It's incredibly good in combination with cards like Saryuja, because you basically just keep searching until you put 3 Blue Eyes in your hand. After you have the 3 Blue Eyes in your hand, you can just draw the 4 cards and then just put the 3 Blue Eyes back, and then you can just keep looping it over and over and getting free draws. It's incredibly useful. We play 1 copy of White Stone of Ancients. This is kind of one of the grind game cards you have in your deck. It's also an extra tuner to play, but definitely for that purpose. We've got 1 copy of Starliege Seifert. I don't really think you'd have to play 3 because you can summon this off the Guard Dragons. And actually, this isn't even a bad card to open with, because if you open with this, there's like a second combo that I'm going to show you right now to go into. But basically, this allows you to send a dragon monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard, and then add monsters with that same level. So you can actually just send one of the stones from your hand and then search another stone, and search a Blue Eyes through that in that way. Or you can send one of the Blue Eyes, for example, and then you can add another level 8 that you want from your deck. So it's actually really, really good for Blue Eyes, because it puts monsters in the graveyard, which Blue Eyes loves, and then on top of putting monsters in the graveyard, it adds monsters, which again makes it even more so consistent. This is another card we can search off of the Guard Dragons. We actually special summon to the field off the Guard Dragons. Both of them are very good extenders, because Starliege gets you a monster when you discard, and then you can make the second Guard Dragon. And same thing with the Black Metal. You can summon the Black Metal and then just link away the Black Metal for the copy of Pisty, and then you can search the next card, which is Red Eyes Darkness, and then you can just continue your combo like that. It's a nice little extender there. You can go with the Guard Dragons into either of these engines if you want to. I just find that it's very useful to have both. And Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is really never a bad card to draw in a Blue Eyes deck, because worst case scenario, you summon it for free and then you get to summon a Blue Eyes. It's like, it's too easy, it's too good. We play one copy of Chaos Emperor Dragon, the Dragon of Armageddon. This is a very good card in the deck because, number one, you can activate it, pay 1,000, bring back one of your banished dragons to your hand. That's number one. On top of that, this card can actually be special summoned not only from your hand, like the classic Chaos Emperor Dragon, but also this can actually be special summoned from your extra deck. And usually, so you basically activate it in your scale, you pay 1,000, pop itself, put it in the extra deck, get a card back, and then you can special summon it from your extra deck by banishing a light and a dark. It's really, really good in terms of advantage because you get a card back and you get the special summon it basically for free. It's very good. It's a +1. It's a +1 and it's a level 8 that special summons itself. It's very good. Then we play one copy of Chaos Dragon Lavineer. Again, also very useful in the deck because we are playing a variety of lights and darks. The light effect is very good because if you banish 3 lights, you get to special summon an additional monster, and that's good for multiple plays. You can go into the rank 9 plays, or not the rank 9 plays, into the Synchro 9 plays, or you can go into the XYZ 8 plays, which are both very useful. Just off a card. Also, if you banish all darks, you get to take a card out of your opponent's hand. Pretty good going first. And also, if you banish a combination of light and darks, you get to destroy 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field, non-targeting. Very good. One copy of Galactic Spiral Dragon. This is also a pretty good sort of like extender. All you need is 2 light or dark dragons, and you can special summon this from your hand or graveyard. And then on top of that, it can make any monsters you control level 8, like any monsters. It doesn't even have to be dragons. Like any monsters on your side of the field become level 8, which is really cool because then you can turn stones into level 8s, and then you can make Hope Harbinger and random rank 8 plays, and then you can even go into like synchro plays because you turn a stone. You can turn a stone. This is kind of crazy. So you can turn, if this is on the field, you can turn a stone into a level 8, and you can special summon another. You can summon like a sage, and then you can go with a stone and a sage into a copy of Spirit Dragon, which is just it's bananas. And on top of that, of course, you're going to be able to search off of the stone, which is really good. Actually, no, you can't. I'm messing up. You can't do the Spirit. You can actually go into Cloud Castle though. You cannot go into Spirit off of the stone and stone because it wouldn't be a Blue Eyes monster. But to continue, we've got 2 copies of Danger Bigfoot. Now this is sort of the Danger Engine. The Danger Engine is incredibly important because it puts a lot of cards in graveyard, but additionally it gives you it puts a lot of monsters on board, and be it level 8s or just monsters like fuel for the Needle Fiber combo. But we play 2 copies of Danger Bigfoot. And Danger Bigfoot is just a very good card in the meta right now because if your opponent summons Dragoon and they don't negate the Bigfoot, then basically Bigfoot's going to get special summoned, you can just attack over Dragoon. This deck deals with Dragoon very easily because Bigfoot wrecks Dragoon, and on top of that, Alternative wrecks Dragoon, because Alternative is actually a summoning condition. It's not an activated effect, so you can just special summon Alternative and then crash with Dragoon, and then combo off in main phase 2. It's not even a big deal. Then we play 2 copies of Danger Thunderbird. Also very good. Popping back row is incredibly important. 1 copy of, these are all the best Dangers, 1 Nessie, 1 Tsuchinoko, and 1 Jackalope. These are like, you know, the greatest of all time Dangers. They're on the ban list and everything. You need to get those. So those are the monsters that are not hand traps. And now we do actually play hand traps. Hand traps are incredibly good right now just because they, for multiple reasons. So you'll see when I reveal some of the hand traps, but the hand traps are very good right now because Call by the Grave is limited to 1, so a proper hand trap against a lot of decks can actually slow them down like a serious metric. So then we play 2 copies of Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is incredibly useful because not only is it's a light tuner, which functions very well with the deck, because sometimes you can actually normal summon the Ghost Ogre and then special summon a Danger and then go into Needle Fiber, and then you can do all of your Guard Dragon plays off of just a normal summoned Ghost Ogre, which is really good. On top of that, it's a Psychic Tuner, and we do play a copy of Emergency Teleport, so we can spam it out if we need to. But it's very good in the meta right now because it can like pop field spells and stuff. It's very useful. Just against activated effects. 2 copies of Effect Veiler, also very good. And this is searchable off of Sage. Every time you summon a Sage, this is basically free. So you get an additional interruption on top of all the interruptions that you're going to set up anyway. And of course it is a tuner, and it's a level 1 tuner. So, you know, it has all types of additional versatility because it can help you make like Cloud Castle and stuff like that. It can actually help you make Spirit Dragon. It does a lot. It actually does benefit the deck. Then we play 3 copies of Psyframe Gamma. Again, like Gamma's really good because you can activate, for example, the Melody of Awakening Dragons. Let's say it's your turn, you have no monsters on field. You activate Melody of Awakening Dragons, your opponent attempts to Ash Blossom. You activate Gamma, you summon Driver from your deck. You have Gamma and Driver. You negated their Ash Blossom, your search went through, and on top of that, now this is a tuner, this is a non-tuner, not that it mattered. This is a tuner, and this is a free monster that you get to special summon, and just off of those 2, you're able to go into the Needle Fiber plays. Incredibly good. Just like that, you get to throw out those Needle Fiber plays. Not only did you negate their effect, but it started off your combo. It's really good. Yeah, that's just a really good card. And on top of that, it's a really good interruption during your opponent's turn. You can't even call by the Grave Gamma anyway. Like it's so good in so many ways. So yeah, we play the Psyframe Gamma. Then on top of that, we play the Buster Dragon, so we can Buster Lock our opponent, and then they can't special summon from the extra deck. That is also a part of the combos. Next, we play 3 copies of Trade-In. This is a mandatory card in the deck. Obviously, you play a lot of level 8s, and even the dangers make it even better because you can discard pop 2, or discard and pop and draw 2. Play 2 copies of Melody. The reason we play 2 copies of Melody and not 3 is because we play 2 copies of Chaos Space. So we have essentially 4 search cards here. These 2 are once per turn. These are not once per turn. But they all basically search more or less the same cards. They basically search our big level 8s like they search Alternative. They search Blue Eyes in the case of Melody. They search the Levianeer, and they search the Chaos Emperor Dragon. They're all very useful. Chaos Space has an additional effect that's really, really good, which is that you can activate it in your graveyard, banish it, and then you can target one of your banished monsters that can't be normal summoned or set. And monsters that cannot be normal summoned or set basically mean every single extra deck monster, and on top of that, any monster that says they cannot be normal summoned or set. You shuffle it, you put it at the bottom of the deck, and then you draw a card. Very useful. But yes, so it has additional versatility to the Chaos Space. So even if it gets discarded off of Danger, you don't even care because it gets you free resources back. We play 1 copy of 1 for 1, just to get... Not only is this very good because it can get all of our stones out onto the field, but it could actually help us go into Needle Fiber because we can summon Effect Veiler, we can summon Black Metal Dragon, which is usually one of the better targets. Of course, we can summon the stones, and if you really need to, like if you're going second or something and you have no other targets in the deck, you can even summon the Buster Dragon. Although that comes up extraordinarily rarely. So definitely 1 copy of 1 for 1 and 1 emergency teleport. That can help you special summon either a Gamma or that can help you special summon a copy of Ghost Ogre. But it's just a way to get a free tuner onto the field, nothing else. But free tuner for Needle Fiber or Saryuja. You can go into the Needle Fiber place or the Saryuja just to put monsters on board. So now, into the extra deck, we play, start with the Synchros first, 1 Metal Marcher, again, this is for the combos, 1 copy of Formula Synchron, 1 copy of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, 1 copy of Cloud Castle, 1 target for the Spirit Dragon, which is the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, 1 copy of number 38, Hope Harbinger Titanic Dragon, 1 copy of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I think these are just the best level 8s that you can go into. You can also play a Dragbludian, which I used to play, and I'm probably going to make another build with Dragbludian kind of later. You know, I'm going to try to probably make a few different Blue Eyes builds after this, but I think these are the 2 best generic level 8s, but if you wanted to, you could play number... I forget what number it is. I think it's like number 95 Dragbludian, and then you can special summon all types of different things. You can summon like the 10,000 drag, the 10,000 dragon, not the 10,000 dragon. It's a number 100, which is like a golden dragon that gains a ton of attack. Or you can summon You can summon the Heart Earth Dragon, either of those if you want to play the Dragbludian. But both those are very good. But these are the best two generic ones, because this negates monsters, that negates spells, and this one forces you to attack it. So you can actually attach the Buster Dragon to this, and then your opponent can't special summon from the extra deck. And then on top of that, on top of not being able to special summon from the extra deck, yeah, you lock them out of the extra deck, and on top of that, they have to attack this, and this thing is like gigantic because it'll have 4,000 attack. Then we play one copy of True King of All Calamities, which we make off of 2 level 9s, 1 Elpie, 1 Pisty, 1 Linkross, 1 Whelp Protector. This is just a generic monster that you can summon while locked under dragons with Elpie and Pisty. That's why we play this. We play 1 Crystron Needle Fiber, and 1 Union Carrier, and 1 Saryuja Skuldred. So that is the entire main deck there. Yes, if you want those combos, just let me know. I will make them within a reasonable amount of time, but thank you for watching.